Jack Tech Tips. Passionate about technology. YouTuber, geek, tech head, internet personality. Here you will find a variety of podcasts talking about the coolest products on the planet. From the newest smartphone to surprising gadgets and technology you never knew existed. It's all here on Jack Tech Tips.
Today we're actually login lounge in Camberley, so we're doing talking tech today. I got something special for you guys, so I'm just going to bring you up with the microphones.
He's not let us see what it is yet. He sends a link and said, "Don't touch it, don't look at it."
So don't open that WhatsApp message.
So when I say to you guys, right, because this is interesting, it popped up the other day. I thought, no, I really didn't think a company like this will do something completely different, but done a good job of it though. But if I say to you the word Dyson, what comes to your mind?
Hoover.
Not
Well, James Dyson, the CEO.
Hoover, but they they do other things. I know they do. They do. I can't think off the top of my head right now, but I know they do other things.
Yeah, so Dyson's mainly for the Hoover,
Yeah.
and then they've done all those different kind of vacuums, the shorter ones, the wireless ones,
Yeah.
and they've done like air purifiers,
The
and
Dyson Ball.
yeah, and Dyson ball, and all kind of really good stuff,
Yeah.
stuff. But if I said to them that, do you think they'll do headphones?
Don't see why not.
No, why not?
Or open up your links, and it's really really good. We're gonna see. They're just going to their phones now.
Okay.
Got very slow internet.
Cancelling
Yeah,
headphones
pure
with
audio,
air
pure
purifier.
air.
Yeah.
Wow, they look pretty
But they're
snazzy.
cancelling it.
It's got
The cancelling. I got it.
yeah,
Got it.
it's got anti-cancelling. I think it's got like something like 6 microphones, so it really does really good on cancelling the background noise.
They look
Oh my God,
really
David would love
snazzy.
this. He tried on some headphones at an airport when we came back from Australia, and they did something like this. I don't think it was Dyson make, but they were like £600. And he was like, "Oh my God, I can't hear nothing else."
Yes,
It was so
these
good.
are retailing, I think, about £795. They
To
are
be fair, that's not bad for decent
Yeah.
headphones now.
Sorry, how much?
£795, where Apple had their noise cancellation ones at the £590. I think it's £590. Was it in the £500
you had
bracket
the Sony
mark?
ones as well.
Yeah.
I bought them last year, and yeah, they were like $350, I think, from Argos.
But if you look at them and how they look designed, they got some really good speakers inside as well.
yeah.
Please don't wear when crossing the road, people.
Yeah.
And the air purifier, if you flip it
Does
down
it do the electrical bit there that it's showing on the video?
with the air purifier, when you pull it down, the noise cancellation turns off, so you can hear your normal sounds around you. You can have a conversation with somebody, flip it back up, and your music comes back to your ears and back down.
50 hours worth of battery.
Up to 4 hours purification plus audio with ANC.
Yeah, got some
Save
good
energy with auto on-off sensors when not in use.
Oh, look at that! Look at that app on there that it shows.
My
all the
Dyson app, so they've got an app that you can connect the headphones to.
It's quite weird now. Everyone's saying Dyson Hoover. And they got headphones.
Wait, the breathe purified air with the contact-free
Bloody hell.
visor.
Oh my God!
God, futuristic! Look at that. It literally
That's
looks-
insane.
it's
That's
like you're walking
something
around
out
in
of
a
a video
computer game.
Yeah.
People are not
That's
watching. We're looking at the link that Jack has sent us with
That's
all the
fantastic.
details.
We'll provide a link below.
Yeah,
People
no,
can
yeah,
have
be a
look.
link below. They're probably a
Interesting.
thumbnail, the image of the headphones anyway. I think it looks really futuristic.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I want one. I'm going
Yeah.
to sign up.
Do you remember the days when you like wear headphones, so you kind of like didn't show people you had them in your ears because you felt embarrassed to have bigger headphones on your
Yeah.
And now they're really back in now. Everyone loves it.
It's the
Bigger
same
the
with
better.
it's the same with mobile phones, isn't it? They started humongous, then they went small again. Now they're getting bigger again.
Yeah, because people want the bigger screen and all that.
Yeah.
I saw one guy, he had these humongous headphones on almost the side of his head, but he was just like, yeah, I'm cool, this is great,
Okay.
you know.
I've got ones that I work out at the gym with. It. They're just cheap and cheerful, but they're like the headphones we're wearing now, the over the head and everything.
Yeah.
And because I did have the ones where you can put in your ear, but they were making my ears ache.
They do.
I didn't.
I've got my Samsung Buds Pro with me today, and yeah, I totally agree. After I use them for long train journeys and things, watching Netflix or YouTube or whatever, or even just listening with music. Yeah, and you have them in your ears for a couple of hours, and you're like, geez, I need to take them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for convenience for size-wise if you need to take compact stuff. Because even after a while, certain ones, like depending on how tight they are, you kind of take them off and you're like, oh, freedom. I need, So it is good to just give your ears a bit of a break.
I'm going to sign up and get a pair of them Dyson ones. They're pretty cool.
I'm still torn between the Apple one, which is still 500 quid, because it's got Dolby Atmos surround sound in it. It's meant to be amazing, but I haven't got my hands on one yet. Or I'm kind of like thinking, I like the style of those ones because they look really.
I have to admit, they need to make it more affordable.
Yeah,
It's
800 quid is a lot.
I think it's a ridiculous amount of money. If we're being honest here, I really do.
Yeah,
it's
not.
I agree. Yeah, okay. What they do is great, but that's a lot of money.
Well, you look at phones though as well. Like I wanted to get the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra.
Yeah, me too.
Well,
I'm not paying nearly $2,000 for a phone.
No.
Or in phone upgrades, the amount you're paying per month. I was like,
I've just gone SIM
upgrade.
only. Like I've just paid off my contract for the one I've got.
Last 2 years, the first time I've not upgraded because of those costs.
I'm now SIM only. I'm paying £30 a month.
Yeah.
Beforehand, before I went SIM only, I was paying nearly £90 a month. Nearly £81 a month I was paying.
Okay, I was never that. It's more around the 40 mark for me.
But now mobile phone contracts, you can get your phone, you can get your headphones now on it, your watch, all on the same kind of contract, and you just pay one price. I know it's like, 'cause it adds it up basically. And I'd be interested to see if these appear on your mobile phone contracts to upgrade to.
Could do. Maybe they could collaborate because obviously Dyson, they're not. So a lot of the other ones, they have their own brands of headphones and watches.
Yeah. It's like Samsung have paired up with AKG. You'll find a lot of the time.
So for you guys, is music important to listen to a really decent headset?
I think it immerses you into what you're listening to. If you've got a decent pair of headphones, but like Tabby said, I don't think the price is warranted.
I do notice a difference when I'm wearing different, and I am like, wow, that's a difference. But when it comes to cost, I will go down to something that's not going to cost an arm and leg. It still sounds good, but don't get me wrong, there is something different about the sound, the sharpness with that extra range.
Have you guys experienced spatial audio by Apple?
Don't think
When you're looking on your face.
No, I mean, well, we're both Android users, so
right. When I get another set of headphones, because I gave mine to my son because he broke it, so I said I have mine. That has spatial audio built into it, and it's great. It's only available on Apple because it's Apple's product. They've actually got albums that have been created by the artist for this. And if you've got your phone in front of you and you've got your music playing and you're watching a video or the audio track, when you turn your head away, it feels like you're in a concert. Because when you turn your head away, you normally just get one side, less noise this side. And when you turn around, it feels like the band's behind you. That's spatial audio.
Wow, that's pretty
full
cool.
surround sound.
Yeah.
And again, when you kind of look up as well, it kind of all changes as if you were there with your own ears.
Yeah.
Be interested to see if I'd like that or not.
Yeah. Be an interesting thought.
Yeah, I'll be up for trying that. So
we should start doing some like tech reviews.
That's what this is.
No, like in sense of actually, like getting hands on with the tech. If we could be able to get a pair of
Jack, if you get
Dysons.
these, so we're doing another video. If you get these type of like headphones and things like that, I'll be up for giving them a try.
Yeah, for sure.
No, well, I'll get another set of headphones with spatial awareness, and we'll get you trying them out and see what you think. Did one before with Gemma when the Apple stuff come out. When you took out year 8, paused it and you put it back in. And her face first time seeing it was like shocked. She was like amazed when she pulled them out and they stopped playing and back in again.
Yeah.
I don't think, not quite sure if we can get our hands on the Dyson one though.
Unless one of us buys it.
Or we know our friends brought one.
It's not going to be me for that price. It's really not.
We'll go halves, Jack. How about that?
Yeah, that's it. Well, I've got a friend of mine called Richard. I'm going to mention his name because he does listen to this and stuff. He spends an awful fortune on speakers. So his last speaker he's bought was like £1,500. It's that, is it Bo? I can't say. He's going to tell me off for this.
See, I'm not so shocked by that.
Bose.
So speakers, I'm not so shocked about a price of speakers being that much. But headphones and certain other things, I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
So much technology to squeeze into it.
I think you probably, I could be completely wrong with what I'm about to say, but I'd probably say you'd probably use speakers more than a pair of headphones because a lot of people spend hours in front of the television, watching the countless streaming services that we have, as well as normal TV.
Saying it as a lot of time, I spend a lot of, we are in the culture where we spend times on our phone. And there's been times where, if one of us is watching something on telly and the other one maybe has a phone because it's not something they want to watch. And I think, I should have put my headphones in for that because I would have enjoyed it more than trying to watch it without headphones.
I know it's a lot of the case when I'm sat downstairs because I still live at home with my parents and I'll be watching stupid reels on Facebook or what have you, and my parents would be like, "Go put your headphones on." And we don't want to hear that, and I'm like, "What? It's just a goat swearing."
If I'm watching TV or a drama, I just don't mind wearing just normal standard headphones
Yeah.
or come out the normal speakers.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to be sitting watching a movie, I would like a decent headset that gets a nice full immersive surround sound.
Oh, absolutely.
You're pretty set in your place with your surround sound and all that.
Well, you have to come out and try out the
Jealous.
Alexa studio speaker, because that's Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
And see if we can hear anything, because that's kind of like when you power it on, it pings around the room.
I just love
and then
what's
puts the sound in the right places, so you feel like you're at cinema.
We're not upgrading
brilliant.
anything until we eventually move. It's
That's
like
the
just
same
hold
with me.
off, see where things are when we move, and then as you guys know, I've had my telly forever, but it still works perfectly good. Good old Samsung.
Well, can't go wrong with Samsung.
Yeah, and reasonable prices too, generally.
We're not sponsored by Samsung, by the way.
No. Please, if they want to sponsor us, we would love new tech.
I would be happy to, Samsung, as a loyal customer for many
Absolutely.
years.
Yeah.
You heard it on this podcast today.
Big advocate for the Galaxies.
That's it. So what sort of music you guys listen to? So what are you into?
I love a bit of rock. And like the
80s.
classic rock, 80s. Or I'm a mixture. Like when I'm in the car, when I'm coming home from a late night somewhere, like whenever I've gone to theatre group or gone to a fitness class, I want something to calm me down.
Unwind.
I will listen to Classic FM.
Okay.
I will. I love that.
Do you find with like headphones or speakers, if they're decent enough, does that get you in a better mood than you would if you listen to a normal regular speaker?
I'm thinking of the car right now because I'm normally listening to it on the car.
Yes, I guess so. Like I think with when you wear headphones, you can sit back and you can immerse yourself when you're at home. But
like when I'm at the gym, I love having my go-to playlist than just being played out on the speakers in the gym. And the same with even when I'm at home, if I'm doing one of my pole dancing fitness things and the others are watching telly, I'll put my headphones on and it's like everything else floats away.
Yeah, you're in your own space, aren't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Excellent. So any more you want to talk about the Dyson kind of thing? What would you like to see in a set? That's right. This would be the thing. What would you like to see in a set of headphones?
Cheaper.
Okay.
Yeah, I think. No, I agree. I think, especially with everything that's going up in price at the moment, just the bare essentials. I think they need to look at it, and I understand that. An air purifying pair of headphones is going to be a lot of money for something to manufacture. I get that, and then obviously they have to make their money back.
They have to make a profit.
They have to make a profit. We understand that. We're not stupid, but I just think £800 for a pair of headphones is a lot of money.
I guess for them it depends who they're marketing it to. Whether they might not. There will be people who will spend that.
Of course there are.
So
do you like
the
idea because they're big, loud, people can see it, or do you prefer the headphones that kind of like can hide away so you feel normal when you're walking down the street?
I don't like them too big. I have to admit. I think I'm looking at a picture. I think that might be a bit too big for my liking. Something like the headphones we're wearing now, or smaller.
I think it almost goes back to the era of when people used to walk down the street with a giant boombox.
Oh, I remember those days. Yeah.
I still see some people do it now.
But
depending on where you go,
I just
go down
think
London.
it's almost like the same era, isn't it? It's like although they're not carrying down, with a boombox, they've got big headphones on, which is almost like the same sort of deal. The speakers on the boombox are probably almost the same size as.
I suppose the way having bigger headsets, so you don't have the boombox, you're more respectful for people around you.
You are, yeah.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to. You need to be respectful.
That'd be better because the amount of people I see with their speakers or their phones and their music while they're just walking down the street blasting away, I'm like, who are you doing that for?
Yeah.
So it's like noise pollution.
Yeah,
it is. I'm sounding like an old man now. I can't stand it when people FaceTime in public. Like when people are walking down the street and they're on FaceTime and it's just out. Like put headphones on.
Yeah, because people tend to talk much more louder when you're on your phone.
Put headphones on.
Yeah.
Like,
the foreigners are common for that. Like as if their partners don't trust them, so they're always like, "I'm here."
Yeah,
half the time though, unless you've got headphones in, I'm like, "Sorry guys, I can't hear you." So that's where the headphones would come in handy.
Yeah, I don't want to hear what you're talking about. Put a pair of headphones on. You clearly can't be hearing what they're talking about because you're walking down Leicester Square in London and you're on FaceTime with someone. Like there is so much noise going on with the constant sirens, buses, the horns going off. People know the sounds of London. There is no way you can have a decent conversation with someone without your headphones.
But when you
on.
kind of think these headphones would be ideal because you're censoring the sound around you,
Yeah.
lowering the noise.
But then when they're picking up on the video, that they're not necessarily getting, they're still getting all the other sound, and it's hard for them to necessarily hear you. But I have to say, depending on where you are, I will be the person to occasionally video someone when I'm out and about, more so to show, not just a general chit chat, which I think that's where you're going with it, isn't it? Yeah. Whereas if you're there, like, check this out.
Yeah, like I said to you both earlier. Now I'm off to Italy in 2 weeks' time. So excited! And when you have the podcast on the Wednesday whilst I'm away, I'll be walking the streets of Rome, and I will video call one of you and be like, "Hey, look, that's the Colosseum."
Sorry for some, isn't it?
You just come back from Australia. Come on, leave me alone.
Just hang on, we're now almost in May. That was January.
Maybe what we can do on, well, I'll talk about it on that. It's a different podcast completely, but yeah. So do you think you could be out and about with these headphones on with the air purifier in front of your chops, or do you feel yourself would be silly at that?
To be fair, I think
people wear masks.
I was just about to say the same thing. I think from the fact that we've not long been out of the pandemic, or I say not long, it's probably been about a year or so that we've been out of the pandemic, and people are still very much walking around with face masks on, walking around with an air purifier. What's the difference? It's no different from you walking around with a mask on and a pair of headphones.
I'll be up for trying it, because I'll tell you what, one thing I did like about the masks in winter, kept my face warm.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. For me, looking at the picture of the Dyson headphones with the air purifier, I'm a massive sci-fi geek. Like, I think that looks pretty cyberpunk-esque, really.
Are you going to get them, Jack?
I'm all for it.
Well, I don't have the money for it, but if I did have the money,
we'll go halves on it, Jack.
We'll
go halves on it.
We can do a tech review.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
There you go. We'll go halves on it. As soon as they get released, we'll
put a diary out.
Then you got to register your name, show your interest, and show it on there.
Well, I'll do that right now.
We'll tag Dyson into this. They might just say do a review on it.
Oh, could you imagine if they gave us a free pair? I'd be screaming.
Samsung too, remember? We're here for Samsung too.
That's it.
Well, on that note then, so thanks guys for listening. That was about the Dyson's new headphones. Very stylish. We're kind of excited about it.
Futuristic.
Yeah, futuristic.
The future is here.
It definitely is here.
Hi, I'm Alex from SMJ Media Group, and I just want to say a big thank you to all our supporters that have bought us a coffee. Thank you to all the support that you've given us thus far. We've now introduced new membership options on our Buy Us a Coffee website. Being a member allows you to support us monthly, and it allows you to also publish on our many social media pages. Check out buymeacoffee.com/SMJ Media Group. We blog regularly, so you can check out what we're up to. That's buymeacoffee.com/SMJ Media Group.